Thank you Best Buy for sponsoring today's video. This has been my girlfriend's setup for the past 11 months. She loves it. We've changed a few things here and there to make her working from home experience a tad better. I mean, if you're working an average of 200 hours a month from your desk, at some point you know what works and what doesn't for you, and so you start tweaking things here and there. Whether that's the chair, the monitor, your peripherals, you tend to try new things until you nail it all down. That's what we did. She's now happy with her choices for many months to come. So today I'm gonna go over all the accessories that makes her job as a tax CPA a lot more enjoyable, hoping this benefits you all as well. If I remember correctly, her and I have gone through quite a few mouses. We've done the Razer Orochi, the Logitech G305, great wireless mouse by the way, and because she has small hands, we've done a few of those type of small mouses. However, the comfort and the ergonomics the MX Master 3S provides is unbeatable. Her only pet peeve with it is that, well, it gets quite dirty. I mean, it's sort of white, but it looks so freaking good when it's brand new. This mouse was designed for comfort. The contoured shape fits well in the hand for long hours of use. The plastic and the rubber blend well against each other, makes it feel premium and adds that touch of comfort to it. Technicalities that are important with a mouse that uses a high precision sensor, an 8000 dpi optical sensor that tracks on various surfaces including glass. At $100, this is an investment you make once. I have quite a few of them at the studio and these are bulletproof. It's a mouse that delivers tons of customizable buttons that can make your Excel life a lot better. It has an electromagnetic max speed scroll wheel which toggles between hyper scrolling and precise scrolling. You can also pair it with up to 3 devices if you wish. It has a long battery life. She actually doesn't remember the last time she charged it, and like the new iPhones, it charges via USB-C. So think about it this way, you are paying $50 for ergonomics and $50 for its features. It's really important to know though that this mouse comes alive with Logi options, so make sure you try that when you get it. With a proper mouse, you need a proper keyboard. This is where things tend to get a bit more complicated. Keyboard prices can range from $50 to $600. I've made her try quite all of them actually. I mean, at the studio we have plenty of keyboards, and I've come to the conclusion that for people who work from home, the most important things to consider are keyboard layout, key switches, connectivity, backlighting, ergonomics, and compatibility. And so now we are at like our 5th keyboard. This here is the Luminkey 80. I myself have the Luminkey 75, and since I liked it so much, I made her try their 80% custom keyboard. These keyboards aren't, how do I say this, your regular keyboard. For those who don't know much about keyboards, custom mechanical keyboards and regular keyboards differ significantly in terms of customization options, build quality, typing experience, and price. Just to give you an example, this here is a fully custom pre-built. It has a CNC aluminum body with a touch of a singular red copper triangular emblem. On its back, it employs a copper weight. It's hot swappable, which means that it allows you to pull the key switches out and replace them yourself without the need of a special tool. So if you don't like the fact that the switches are too soft or too loud, you can change those yourself in a matter of seconds, like this collaboration with Gatoron. Gatoron, a manufacturer for switches that made these Silva switches for this specific keyboard. Switches with a very specific set of specs, which includes total travel, operating force, and total travel force. You can also either keep and change these double shot PBT keycaps if you want. These types of keycaps though make the keyboard feel a bit more tactile. High-end mechanical keyboards also offer tri-modes and a different layout switch, meaning you can rock it with a 2.4 GHz adapter as a wireless keyboard or simply wired for Mac and PC. Look, for the price you pay, these brands tend to ship their units with a whole kit, a kit with practically everything you need to really make this an experience. This is what a custom mechanical keyboard is all about. This and more if you really take a look at their internals, of course. So when shopping for keyboards, just keep keyboard layout, key switches, connectivity, backlighting, ergonomics, and compatibility in mind. This is one to recommend to those who really want to have the same high-end mouse experience within their typing experience. Turns out my girlfriend just changed jobs, happy for her, and as you know, most people in corporate have laptops lended to them. Not that one, but this one. This most often means that those laptops become your primary laptop, and so like my girlfriend, she used it to store most of her personal documents and files that were work on related. As she was changing, she actually asked me what reliable brand I use for hard drives, and so I said Western Digital. I mean, I have plenty of these drives everywhere, but Western Digital doesn't only develop and manufactures data storage devices to the average consumer, they also target gamers. I actually have a couple of them. I am fed up of uninstalling games on my PS5 because I don't have enough storage. The other day, I took the time to take my PS5 apart to simply install their WD Black NVMe. This is probably the easiest NVMe installation I've ever done. This one is also compatible with your PC, by the way. Turns out that these storage devices are officially licensed, meaning they are reliable and ensure product performance for gamers. My SN850p NVMe has a built-in heatsink to avoid lag, hiccups, and load weights. It can read up to 7,300 megabytes per second, and at 1 terabyte it can store plenty of games. If you have an Xbox though, or you're like my girlfriend who just needs to store files, you can try their P10. I will say this drive is designed to handle the gaming data throughput and will last a lot longer and be less likely to fail and lose your data. However, I also recommend this to someone like my girl just because unlike regular HDDs, WD gaming drives are able to reliably maintain the additional stress of reading and writing data often. Look, if you're looking for a fast and portable way to back up your data, check out Western Digital SSD at Best Buy. Now let's backtrack a bit into the more affordable category, but for monitors, what if I told you this here is a $500 monitor that includes a 96-watt USB-C port, an included hub with proper IOs, a 4K panel, and calibrated colors out of the box. This is what I call a good value monitor, the ProArt Display PA279 CRV. It's been used for the past like 8 months by my girlfriend, and the very first thing she told me was she loves the colors and the panel. It seems to her like it's a monitor that causes less strain on the eyes. At 27 inches though, it might not be my recommendation for everyone. It is small, but somehow she really likes the form factor. This here gets you 163 pixels per inch. Generally, the higher the PPI, the higher the clarity and the sharpness. This being a 27-inch panel, you can't really pixel peep as the pixels are well condensed. It's an IPS panel with an anti-glare coat on it. It features a 1000:1 contrast ratio. If you don't rely on color work, sRGB is a great picture profile to use compared to Adobe RGB. It represents 33% of the color curve, but it's an excellent mode for people who surf the web, use office apps, take video conferencing calls, chats, and whatnot. The only thing is that sRGB is not as bright as Adobe RGB, so keep that in mind. Look, overall it's a great monitor with a great design. 2 monitors like this would come in clutch. The bezels are nice and small, the button design is well placed for a dual layout mode, unlike my own Gigabyte monitor whose controls are a pain to access. Just imagine dual screens with the buttons layout being hidden in the back. But yeah, the fact that this monitor has all this plus a built-in hub to keep your desk minimal is great. The USB-C port can supply 96 watt of power to your laptop, display signal, output sound through its speakers, transfer data which includes talking to your keyboard and mouse thanks to the paired USB-A ports in the back. Heck, even the 2 front ports with Type A and Type C connections deliver easy access to maybe charge a phone or plug in your hard drives. However, as much as I would love to use this monitor for everything that sits here, it's not possible. For those who work corporate, I know a lot of you are probably supplied with Lenovo laptops, right? Leave a hashtag Lenovo in the comment section down below if you are, but the fact that I know most of my friends seem to have Lenovo ThinkPads for work, 11 months ago, this pushed me to spend the money and get a Lenovo ThinkPad USB-C dock for this workspace. It's been probably the best money I've spent on this desk. This is one heck of a reliable dock. Being physically powered, it makes it really capable. I mean, for us, this dock is full. Having more than 11 ports, which includes a display port and an HDMI port, being able to dock your laptop with a single USB-C cable is so clutch. This connects all of her PC accessories and her display. It can support up to 3 4K monitors running at 30Hz or up to 2 4K monitors running at 60Hz. It's a great reliable dock to have, and it includes a physical power button on its body to restart your laptop. Now this connects our latest addition, the OBSBOT Tiny Webcam 4K. I've had so many webcams, like a huge amount of webcams, and I've tried them all. This one here is probably within my top 3 favorite webcams, which is why I brought it to this desk. It's the final item I think she should try. The most useful thing about this webcam is that it's very similar to Center Stage. So this is basically an AI webcam with AI tracking featuring dual mics, an ultra large 1 by 1.28 inches image sensor featuring a 4K resolution, great focusing technology, gesture controls, and a simple tilt down privacy mode feature. I think for a webcam, the fact that this has the same image sensor component utilized in some phones make this a really interesting webcam to try out. It's very much plug and play with USB-C. However, if you are spending this much money, I recommend downloading its software and really playing with it. The gesture control feature is great, especially how you can make signs to toggle dynamic tracking. The same thing can be said about toggling the zoom. The whole software really has a lot of features you can use in order to make it useful. I don't know if you guys have realized, but I'm no longer sitting on the Herman Miller Vantum. Look, Herman Miller made great chairs, but I don't know what happened with this one. It's nothing like my Embody. My girlfriend really didn't like it. She found it uncomfortable, so I decided to get her a new chair. Something reliable, relatively not as expensive, and comfortable. You really can't go wrong with the Youtoo ergonomic chair by Ergonofis. This year's a partnership they have ongoing with a company called All Seating, a company that provides customizable and comfortable task chairs at a highly affordable price point. And indeed, these are quite customizable. My spec is a cream and sand with black frame, a seat slider, and a back height adjustment chair. It's a very similar spec to the one we used within our basement makeover setup. The combination of the seat and the backrest is what mattered the most to my girlfriend. This here is a fabric combo, comfortable and wide enough to cushion you. The back of it is like a breathable soft mesh that almost wraps around your back. It features an ergonomic lumbar support with tension adjustment included. It also has 2 ergonomic and height adjustable arms and back inclination with a lockable feature. I will say casters could be better. They are a bit tough to slide around, but other than that, great chair. I heavily recommend it. It's all you need at $700. In terms of lighting, one hack I recommend to most of you who work from home is to get a nice overhead light. Like if you don't have a screen bar light because of your webcam, get something like the Elgato Key Light. I've personally used this setup on our gaming desk setup at the studio for over a year now, and it's hard to beat. It's something we also implemented on our most recent gaming desk setup makeover as well, just because we find that it's the best way to deliver overhead light without splurging way too much money. Now at $150, this for sure isn't cheap, I know, but it's so worth it. The most important feature for someone that works from home a lot are things like being able to adjust the brightness, the Kelvin so it doesn't strain your eyes, having a proper diffuser material to soften light with a massive 2800 lumen output, a color temperature range of 2900 to 7000 Kelvin, and a silky smooth opal glass face. You will get glare-free diffusion at the perfect beam angle on your face and your desk. It's a super easy setup to mount to the desk and to also adjust thanks to its ball head. I love it. All of its features can be controlled within their mobile app and through their app living within the Windows taskbar. This way, you can always control the amount of light and the type of light you shine at your desk, especially while writing. Another thing she often uses is this analog productivity system. I've tried to hop her on something like GoodNotes and the iPad, but she refuses to do so. The best thing I came up with was this UG Monk analog starter kit, something to help her write down some ideas or quickly come up with a to-do list for work. She seems to be using it quite a lot. This here is a wood card holder. It sort of allows you to keep your today card in front of you. It comes with a metal divider to create a shelf for easy access to your next and someday cards, and this kit came with 3 analog card packs, 35 today cards, 10 next day cards, and 5 someday cards. all printed on a 100 smooth uncoated paper. At the time when we had built this setup, they had these valid trays in stock. Absolutely great. It's something we paired with these staplers, scissors, and a pen holder. A pen holder that sits this 3-in-1 multifunctional pen. With black ink, red ink, and a mechanical pencil feature, this quickly became her primary pen, let me tell you that. This is it. We did a list together and we concluded these are the 10 most useful things within her desk that are worth talking about. Look, to be super transparent with you guys, as much as she loves her standing desk, she barely uses it. It's something she really wanted but finds herself not using it as much. The same thing goes with this portable treadmill. The Sonos bar is also something that's not a priority to her. The humidifier, as cool as it is, even though it kicks in with the automation at the condo, she doesn't pay much attention to it. The same thing goes with the pegboard, although she loves her pens, that I will say. I wanted to recommend the headphones because she uses them a lot and loves the comfort, but a lot of people seem to be having connectivity issues, so I'd rather not recommend them. If you are working from home and you're looking for good items to try out, check these out. Most of these are bulletproof, especially since we've had them for so long. I hope you like this video and makes your work life a bit cooler. Drop a like, comment down below, let me know what you think. I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.